coked up, overhyped, small, fast Lawrence Taylor. And I'm not saying it because it's got green gold, but I recently came across film that people put out there, and I went in a YouTube rabbit hole, and I was so young then I didn't appreciate it. Dude, people are not giving Reggie White the respect. He was way better than Lawrence Taylor.
How old are you guys?
I am 35.
I'm 31.
Okay. I'm how old am I? I don't know how old I am years old. 39. I'm about to be 39. I remember, like, my first Super Bowl I remember was 25, which was the Norwood White kit. That was the Bills Giants. So I remember LT, but I was young. I kind of did the same thing. I recently gone down kind of an LT rabbit hole because I remember him as a kid, but he was a game changing guy. And so I recently went back and watched a whole bunch of his stuff as well as Reggie White stuff. This is a really good question for me. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think Taylor, based on what he did and when, and I mean, Taylor's a guy that you put him in the game now. Like today, both those guys, you put them in today's game.
And they're wrecking the game now. Still, guys are not. Reggie White is such a beast and so strong, and Lawrence Taylor was so fast. Yeah, they were 20 years ahead of their time.
Yeah, I mean that's what got me about Taylor. He's fast. He could get the edge on like legit.
He had so much bend, it's ridiculous. He was parallel to the ground.
Oh, it's preposterous. Like the athleticism and the speed was just crazy. I'm going White. Just the versatility. Like you said, like he's seen and we see him as this. You look back at the Green Bay stuff when he had that. They had that hump move working overtime and just absolutely destroying folks. I put up I had a Reggie White thread running around a while ago. And there was like a 3-play sequence in that Patriots Super Bowl that really got me. Where was it Max Hall? Where just
3 straight sacks to
end the game. It was one arm. It was 2 plays in a row with one arm. He shut them.
And one of them was a speed move. Like that's the thing. Like he's the kind of lumbering guy. And he could beat you with a speed move then, which is how that hump move works. But if you go back to his Philly days, he was really fast too. Like was more like White was more versatile than Taylor. Like Taylor kind of broke the game from a speed perspective. Reggie White would just beat you into submission by any angle you gave him. So yeah, I'm going White by a hair just because I think White could do more things. But man, LT was just a demon.
Yes.
Didn't he separate his shoulder and they put a brace on the sideline, had to tie him up, and he still got the game-winning sack?
Well, yeah, but that was also because on the other shoulder pad there was an 8-ball of cocaine. So,
yeah. White also had my favorite Reggie White thing was just with the cast and just using it as a club. Just just clubbing folks in the head with his broken arm. Just love
both were tough as nails though.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I guess I just felt like he was Reggie White, I'm saying, was highly disrespected when this topic came out on a national show. And they talked about Lawrence Taylor, like the difference between him and Reggie White was, Lawrence Taylor and some scrub that was selling, used cars, for a living and got to play one day with him. It just made me infuriated because White is just, again, not appreciated for what he did.
I think what I will say about them is that if you just catch LT highlights, and you catch like 2 or 3 of them, the dude flashes because he's so fast. He's obviously so much faster than everyone out there. It seems unfair. Whereas some of White's stuff, it's kind of more of a
power.
You watch like 10 different replays, and you're like, okay, well he was using this to set up that. And I think White's game he was doing different stuff, and so maybe his highlights. If you not say they have highlights. He threw Chris Carter into Warren Moon. Like that's the highlights of the ages. But yeah, I think if you just catch random highlights, I think Taylor flashes better just because of that speed. Just absolutely is a game changer. You can see that with one replay. Whereas White, I think
that's what everyone wants these days is the flash. They never appreciate the technical stuff.
I was gonna say one's a Ferrari and the other one is the biggest bulldozer to ever play the football game. I mean,
a bulldozer on ballerina feet.
Yeah, I mean, of course the Ferrari's going to get the attention.
Right? Both those guys are amazing.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's you're nitpicking once you get there.
I just thought you would be the perfect guy to bring this topic up with and I was right. That's all.
I try, man. I try.
Oh yes. Well, what else have you been doing now? Have you got anything for us as far as the draft goes, or anything like that? Just even if it's your opinion, kind of where are you at? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I know Dave's probably gonna get hair raised on his neck, I think you're a big T.J. Hawkinson guy at 12, aren't you, Dusty? You're a big proponent for Hawkinson?
No?
No?
No. If Hawkinson's there at like 30, or even if like any of their edge guys, like I'm big into Burns right now. Burns at 12, but say if Burns isn't there, I'm a big fan of trading back to 16 to 18. Grab Hawkinson or Fant. I like Hawkinson better than Fant. But yeah, I don't want him at 12. I think that seems a little too high for me.
Dave, what about tell him about your thing at 12? You're a guy that likes a lot of money.
I'm an Ed Oliver guy. Brian Burns, Montez Sweat. I think defensive line edge is still something we can take, or if they fall, or they're there, Devin Bush or Devin White. I love either of them. I think they pair well with Martinez.
Dave, you're not going where I'm leading your horse to here. You're supposed to say you were talking about Greedy Williams, the possibility of taking Greedy Williams at 12.
Oh yeah, if Greedy ends up falling, I think it's available.
What do you think, Dusty?
I wouldn't take him at 12.
No?
No, I actually have
Greedy?
No, I don't know. I don't like it. There's other needs, and I would prefer someone else there.
I'm definitely a Burns guy. So I will take Burns twice a day, all day, or Ed Oliver if he falls. Either one of those two dudes.
Burns or Oliver. Yeah,
that's an easy pick.
Oliver and then Burns and then Sweat.
Okay.
I spent one of the Pack a Day podcasts a couple weeks ago. We talked about Devin White, and I'm very adamantly anti Devin White at 12.
So if he falls to 30, would you do it?
I'm not taking him before the second round.
Tackling thing with you?
Wow.
Is it the physical?
It's multiple things. He's really. I think his talent is insane. His talent's undeniable. Like what his upside could be. I just think he has a lot of enough holes in his game that I don't think he's an immediate contributor. And his ceiling's super high, but his floor is also super low.
Is he Darren Lee?
And I don't feel comfortable with that.
Do you remember Darren Lee got drafted in the first round of the
Jets?
2015, and he's like not starting, but coming out of college, he was, I believe, he was talked about in the same light as Devin White.
Yeah, I really liked him too. I was a big Darren Lee guy, but I liked him learning my lesson.
Yeah. All right.
So, do you like Devin Bush over Devin White?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I still love Bush.
So, Dusty. We had Drew Lock, and we could have got to this. We blew this one, Dave. We could have got to this in the news updates at the beginning before we got Dusty. But they had Drew Lock come in yesterday, I believe, for visit. Is this a setup? No, I know it's a smoke, but is this a setup for 12 or for 30?
I think it's a setup for 12 to try to get someone to trade with them.
Like 14, just two spots, like 14, 15. So you're staying there within 2 or 3 spots.
Yeah, I don't think they're going any further back than 16. No more than 4 spots back. I can't imagine.
Okay.
I hope anyway. People keep. This is something I've been thinking about. People keep talking about this in terms of they drafted Rodgers and they had Favre. Favre had been talking about retiring for 3 years.
Thank you.
He didn't know much. He didn't know how much he had.
Well, I think he actually retired 3 times. I just talked about it.
I think, he may have talked about retiring 5 times, if not 3. You might be right. But yeah, I mean, you have that. Rodgers still just seems like he just signed that extension. He's going to be around for a while. I understand that people would like to draw parallels, but there's nothing to say that Rodgers is going to maybe step away in 3 years. This doesn't work.
There's also nothing that makes you go goo goo gaga over any Nikhil quarterback either.
No, yeah. Even if that's the case, I'm not grabbing Locke at 12. That's preposterous.
No, God no.
Look,
I heard
I'm a Trevor Lawrence guy in 2 years.
Yeah, see, I'd be fine with that. I've also heard Greer, and I don't like Greer, but if Greer's there in like the fourth round, like, yeah, maybe.
But they're saying Greer's going to go second or third is what I've been reading.
What about some of the running backs? Dave and I were talking about running backs on last week's Thursday show. You got any of the running backs there? I kind of like the David Montgomery kid just because out of all the backs there, he reminds me of Dorsey Levens, I guess. And he's a different body type and runner than the other two guys we have. He's more of just a pure pounder than a slasher from what the little bit I've seen of him on tape.
Yeah, I love Montgomery. If he's there, I honestly, I'm not really in tune with kind of where these guys are falling, but
they're talking third round, somewhere in there.
Like third or fourth, that sounds right.
Yeah,
I'd be down with that. I really like him a lot. I like for maybe a third day pick, Bryce Love. I really like Bryce Love. I know we kind of have the injury stuff that's maybe a question mark, but I really like him a lot.
How do you feel about Benny Snell Jr.?
It's Dave's guy.
I don't know if you guys know this about me. I talk about this a lot. I am a Kentucky guy. I graduated.
Ooh, I hit a sweet spot.
Yeah. Yeah. That being said, I wouldn't touch Snell before I picked What? I liked him in college. He seems like one of those guys that's not going to translate very well. Like,
you just blew Dave's world up.
I'm going to get a broom and pick up my broken heart.
I set it up and I just knocked it down. I got your hopes up and just knocked it right on down. Right? Sorry, man. I like it's okay. I loved watching him. I don't see how his game translates.
You lose.
Well, it's okay.
He's a slow bruiser with really good balance, which is cool, but like that's limited value. It's limited value.
Well, I was thinking maybe fourth or fifth round. I was thinking the high pick or nothing.
Okay,
I'm thinking like six. I'm going sixth because I think there's value there, but man, like not before the sixth.
Now, what about the
horse is dead, Dusty? You don't have to shoot it.
Yeah. We're gonna get him off of Dave before he jumps off the cliff at his house here. And what about the safeties now, Dusty? Is there anybody you fell in love from the safety market now? If the Eric Berry rumor doesn't come true, are you a Darnell Savage guy? Do you like Chauncey Gardner-Rogers or Johnson? I mean, is there anybody out there in the safety, corner, any other positions that you
missed the
kind of
best one?
Oh, but who'd I miss? Thornhill?
Nasir Adderley.
Adderley.
So I can't get them all, Dave. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I've
got Adderley because I like him and he's got the Packers connection. I don't know. That's probably a 30 pick if he's there, which I don't even know if I like a safety at 30. So probably pass on him. I don't know. Like of those top guys, I would like Adderley. I really like, again, Kentucky guy. Mike Edwards out of Kentucky I like pretty well as well.
Am I sensing a bit of a bias here from you? Okay. Did we actually uncover some breaking news here that Dusty has a bias towards Kentucky players, even if he says, quote unquote,
no, he just turned away Benny.
I mean, I've made no secret. Randall Cobb is legitimately one of my all-time favorite Packers. And it's a lot of because of his Kentucky connection. But
so how much are you hoping that Josh Allen falls down the board because of a sex tape comes out or something?
I was all in on Josh Allen. I was all in on him, and now I don't want him at 12 anymore.
What?
I
Explain.
don't know, man. Like he's got zero moves. Like if his first move doesn't work, and not to say he can't be taught, but it's just like I've seen him get turned back, and I'm just standing there like I don't think you know.
Okay, we got 40 seconds left. That's a good way to end the show. Dusty drops the mic with.
Now I know why your love was Darius.
He loves Kentucky players, even if they suck. But now Josh Allen shouldn't get drafted. We're going to end the show right there. Thanks a lot, Dusty. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
You bet, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, go Pack, go. Thanks, Dusty, and we will get a hold of you again and have you on. I hope everybody enjoyed the show.
That was too fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Be safe, Packer Nation. Go Pack Go.